Should you really pick an epic hero over a legendary? I'll break the meta for you in this video. First thing, why for me Waldyr is better from a Velyn as a commander. For majority of my viewers, the answer is simple, it should be Waldyr, but for the new players this may bring a little confusion, since Waldyr is actually an epic hero and Velyn is a legendary hero. Why an epic hero should lead the legion instead of a legendary? Here is the difference, and the only thing that actually matter between the leading hero, that is going to be the commander, and from the deputy is actually the down tree. So here it didn't actually matter is the hero is legendary or is the hero is epic. Since this little beginner guide, I'm just going to point that every hero have like 3 talent skill trees, and you can see it from the talents. For example, Waldyr is having the magic, the PvP, and the skill talent tree. On the other side, we're having Velyn, which Velyn is not having one. Maybe for me, this is the most important talent tree for the mages, and this is the skill talent tree. Even though Velyn is actually awakening, he's not having the skill talent tree, but there is a other synergy between these heroes that we're going to talk, and why it's important Waldyr to be as a commander. Very important, and it's going to boost your damage maybe like 14% more. And just one more point about why the skill talent tree is better for mages is the skill talent tree excel at dealing heavy damage with rage skill. You have to know for the mages that they have very low stats. Mages have low attack, low HP, everything is low with the mages. The only thing that separates them from rest of the troops, even though that the game start presenting more and more AoE damage dealers. For example, Goresh is doing some AoE, Urak is doing some AoE with his spells. Also, we start getting presented with the heroes that is doing AoE. For example, Falgrim is hitting more targets. So it started arising this question where the mages are going and why we have long range warfare, which is covering the mage spell, mage skill that is hitting from very far, and we have more heroes presented with AoE damage, which make things a little more hard for the mages. But still, as a mage main, you want to have the skill talent tree and boost this rage skill of your heroes, because boosting the attack is not going to help that much to actually perform better results and do more damage on the battlefield. Now, since we already know that Waldyr is going to be the commander, let's build the Waldyr skill talent tree. So basically you make him the commander, and here comes the synergy between all the 5 legions. We're also going to talk about from the damage side why Waldyr with Velyn, Waldyr should be at front. But yeah, coming up in this video, let's say it like this. Now for Waldyr and rest of your legions, you have to synchronize the moving speed. Currently, right now, I have 6% march speed. This most likely everybody's going to have this 6%, and here I have 15, so in total it's like 21. If you want to run 5 marches, 41% march speed, you're just going to need from Waldyr to have this 6%. Here is 15, is total is going to be 21, and Velyn is having this march speed bonus, which is going to be 20%. So you're hitting this 21%. Now, for my personal opinion, 41% is very high. 41% is for poking game. To strike fast, go back, strike, go back, strike, go back. But these days we have more infantry on the battlefield. We have more cavalry on the battlefield. All these things make the gameplay of the mages a little more complicated, and you're sacrificing at one point if you don't have heroes like Velyn that is going to give you 20% more march speed. Yeah, there is going to give you with Celestials extra 20% also, and Bahorn is the other hero that can actually give you up to 20% for the flying legions. So these legions, Thea and Bahorn for sure have to be Celestials, but the other two you have to sacrifice some damage and not actually go fully on the tree. And I can actually give a point like Bertrand. Bertrand from Talon's skills is something like hybrid right now. I'm changing, by the way. I'm changing the Talon skills, but I have to go with Bertrand. Here is 6%, 15, 21. From where I'm going to actually gather the rest of the march speed. Obviously, it's going to be from PvP Tower tree. Here you're going to get 10%, and here you're going to get 10% again. But you're sacrificing the skill tower tree like this, so I'm reorganizing my marches and my talents. But yeah, this is a side story for my legions, but the main important thing for Waldyr is have to be to synchronize this march with the rest of your marches. It's important they move together. From there, I think since Velyn is giving you like 10% critical rate, it's just going to, I think this one, hero skill damage critical rate bonus, and Velyn of Waldyr, with this spell you can increase even more the critical rate. But this is the synergy between these two heroes. So this is the commander downward tree that you have to focus. You have to focus over more hero skill damage, even though that you can sacrifice the normal attack, more hero skill damage, rage regeneration, hero skill damage. This is the way I'm doing this one. Here I actually put in critical also, but yeah, just to point out. Now let's talk about the extra synergy between Velyn and Waldyr, and I'm going to present you. I'm going to create the legion. It's going to be Velyn with Waldyr. Okay, let's say Vestals. Let's say Vestals. We don't care about the artifacts or something like this. Now I want you to watch closely, and before I actually go and fight with some legion, I'm going to say what to actually watch for. Now Velyn is having one very interesting awakening. If the target is frozen, he's going to do 400 more damage. From here, he's going to have 20% chance to inflict magic defense break and hair frost for 3 seconds. Now 20%, from my calculation, is something like 60% from the time the target is going to have this frost on her, so you're going to do more damage. So here, this is the first thing. The second one is Waldyr by default, by firing up the first, is going to apply this hair frost for 3 seconds. And since he's a commander, firing up first and after this Velyn, you're always going to have this hair frost. The most beautiful thing is he's going to apply to up to 3 legions. So the moment Velyn, who is hitting 3 legions, and Waldyr Awakened is hitting 4 legions, he's going to actually apply this hair frost or frozen over the enemy. So Waldyr is going to even have a chance to trigger this thing on more legions from just one, what his normal spells is doing, just because he's when he's in the battle and basically hitting the legion. So let's go and start this one. Okay, Velyn right now is a commander. We're going to see are he going to trigger this thing. So far he gets hair frost just before the spell, and that's why we get this extra damage. Okay, Velyn is going to fire up again. Hair frost, nothing. Okay, let's check it out again. Velyn is going to fire up. Okay, he gets the bonus right now. So 2 times from 3. Let's see the 4th time. He's going to do it. Okay, 3 times. He didn't. And maybe one more time I'm going to wait. And he's going to get again some extra damage. And also with Waldyr. Okay, this is going to be the final one. Is he going to... Okay, he gets... So he get extremely lucky with this 20%. But the first time he didn't actually did the extra damage. Okay, he's even getting critical right now, which is, you know, absolutely fine. But with Waldyr, you're always going to have this hair frost, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to deploy right now. It's going to, this time is going to be Waldyr with where is Velyn? Okay, there he is. It's going to be with Celestials. Now with Waldyr, you guarantee for this legion is going to always have hair frost. You're not going to, you know, count on work or something like this. Okay, here we go. And Waldyr is hitting, and it's time for Velyn and Velyn. Okay, it's time for Waldyr, and he's hitting, applying this debuff, and Velyn is getting 2000. We're going to see it again. Waldyr is going to ready to fire up, applying this hair frost, and Velyn is getting his extra damage. Now this is going to apply to multiple legions from what you're seeing. It's just right now a single one. That's why it's more like a work. Either the Velyn is going to get this hair frost from his normal attack. On single legion is going to work perfectly. Basically this spell on single legion is going to work perfectly, but if it's multiple legions, Waldyr hitting the first is just going to apply this debuff hair frost, and right now Velyn is going to get the benefits from this debuff. That's why I think Waldyr, first of all, because of the skill tower tree, is going to boost the output and the damage of these legions, and second is going to create the great synergy between Velyn and him to actually get extra damage, and this is 400, which is like 2 point something K. So yeah, I guess this will for this video, guys. So sorry, my camera just ran out from battery. This is my suggestion, and yeah, this most likely for the new players, since they're still learning the game and things like this. I think the players that are the majority of my audience already know the answer, but I get this question over and over again, so I just decided to actually make a video and explain in deep why Waldyr is paired with Velyn and why Waldyr should be a commander for this combo. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit one like, subscribe to this channel. You can become a member personally supporting my work. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.